Balasana, child pose. Common to virtually every style of yoga, a very relaxing, calming pose that people love. But I can tell you honestly, I haven't always loved it. I've often actually struggled with it. Sometimes it would cramp my feet, hurt my ankles, maybe bother my knee, especially my sensitive knee that has a little bit of a meniscal issue, and even sometimes a little bit in tighter hips. It was bothering me. One of the ways that I found to really help with that is just to do a few simple rollouts with the original yoga tune-up balls. So for this, what you'll need is the original tune-up balls and a block. If you don't have a block at home, you could use a book, a big hardcover book, maybe wrap it in a small towel, and that would do the same thing. All right, so here's the brick or the block and the balls. You're gonna put the block lengthwise on your mat with the balls toted across, and then simply take the middle of your shin and plop your leg right onto the middle of the balls like that. And just let your weight drop down, full deep breaths into the two balls. And then from there, start to roll up and down the length of your shin. So this is called stripping. We're stripping, we're going with the muscle fibers directions here. Same direction as the muscle fiber is in your body. And then what I like to do is kind of just stop at a part where it feels a little bit more tender. Plunk down into there, and then just rock from side to side, very gently, kind of explore that space. Don't overdo how much weight you put into it. Just kind of notice how it feels from inside and outside. And then stop again, flex and point the foot 5 or 10 times. Circle the ankle. So you're mobilizing the ankle and the lower leg. Of course, you're going to go in both directions. And then you can start rolling and stripping again. And maybe find another area on your shin. If you were up higher, go lower. If you were down lower, go up higher. So let's go a little bit lower this time because I was up quite high. And then simply repeat the same thing again. So you would drop down. From there, you would go side to side a little bit, mobilize the ankle, and roll and roll. And obviously, you'd want to do both feet, both legs. Now from there, let's take the balls out of their toe. And I love this one. This is just a wonderful feeling. So what you're going to do is just take the balls on the inside and outside of your leg. So at the bottom of your thigh, top of your calf, inside and outside of the leg, and just squeeze that in and give that a hug. And just hug it in as tightly as you can. And then from there, just squeeze in as you breathe and release. As many times as you need to, maybe just wag the foot around from side to side. And then obviously we would do the same thing on the other side. So squeeze, hold, then coming in, and then wagging side to side. Now let's try one more. You're going to take the two balls and you're going to lie down on your back with the balls right underneath the juiciest, meatiest part of your glutes. Okay, so right into the fleshiest part of your buttocks, getting into those glutes. Make sure that you're not near your tailbone, and make sure that you're not into your hip bone either. So really in the center there. And you can always move them around a little bit to make it feel a little bit comfortable. And then you just drop down and drape your hips down over them. Inhaling, and then as you exhaling, drop down very heavily onto the surface of the balls. So just stay with sustained compression for about 10 breaths or more is fine as well. From here, what you'll do is just contract, release. So it's like you want to grip the balls with your buttocks. So hug the balls, tighten the buttock flesh and the muscles, and then just completely relax and release as you exhale. contract. You can't really see it, but you sure can feel it. There you go. Okay, so you'll do that about 10 times. And then from there, you can do some pelvic tilts. Same kind of action that you would be doing if you were doing cat-cow right here. So spinal extension to spinal flexion. Let the pelvis and the hips move super freely. So as I come into spinal extension, the balls are rolling down, and then they roll back up as I come into spinal flexion. So extension and flexion. From there, moving side to side. Again, very small movement, making sure that you do not roll into the tailbone. That's super important. Then from here, bring your feet closer together. As you inhale, open to butterfly. As you exhale, close. Inhale, open to butterfly. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Eventually staying open. And then you can go through the same kind of sequence again, where at first you'll just start with sustained compression. So we just stay here for a minute or so. Slow, deep breaths, long exhale, contract, release. Contracting on the inhale, releasing on the exhale, and then maybe rolling a little bit from side to side. Coming back to the center. Sometimes I even like to just bring the legs together. So bring the thighs and the knees together and open the feet a little bit wider, maybe the width of your mat, and just kind of release and hang out here for a minute or so. Come back to the center, release, and down. All right, so from here, we're going to retote the balls. Try one more roll. Okay, we're going to go to our calves. So we're putting the balls back in their tote. You're going to grab your block again. Tote the balls. Bring your calf. And you can do this seated, or you could do it lying down. So you're going to start with sustained compression. And then from there, as you bend the leg and straighten the leg, you're stripping the muscle fibers, rolling up and down, rocking side to side. Point and flex several times, mobilize the ankle in both directions 10 times. Obviously, you're going to do both legs. And then from here, we can do this little calf do-in. I always think of a seal's flippers here going. So get it really, really loose and relaxed. Oh, that feels wonderful. You can do the other leg when you do the other side. There we go. And from here, try again and feel your Balasana or child pose. So much more relaxed, so much softer. It feels so much easier and lighter than before I rolled. Okay, so just little tricks with these wonderful yoga tune-up balls to help you improve your performance, make things easier, soften tissues, discover your blind spots. Try it out. You'll see, you'll feel great. So thanks for being here. Namaste.